Hello YouTube users, thank you so much for tuning in to another GamingDave production. Truly appreciate the support that the page has seen for the past 24 hours. We've gotten quite a few subscribers and we are almost to that 150 subscriber mark, which is where I will start giving away legitimate Pokemon card prizes, starting with, wait for it, a shiny Rayquaza. We shipped right to your door for free. Get us to 150 subscribers, and one person will be chosen at random to receive that, and we'll be doing other giveaways for old and rare and very valuable items as well. So with that out of the way, I wanted to get to today's video.
Thank God!
Which is a little bit different, as I said, from what I've been doing of just opening boxes and packs and stuff. And today I kind of wanted to go over playing with your old cards. So if anybody remembers the sets that I have in front of me, this is from the early 2000 to mid 2000 era. So over 10 years ago, all of these came out. And at the time, Pokemon was basically dead. Yu-Gi-Oh had taken over the market. Everybody was playing that and Magic, and people thought Pokemon was going to die and cease to exist. And it couldn't be more wrong, because Pokemon is stronger today than it ever was. Or maybe, you know, as strong as it was in the 90s and very early 2000s. But anyways, if any of you are like me, you are nostalgic people. I am in my 20s, so I used to play with these when I was in my early mid-teen years. So it's very nice to see that people still are after these old cards. Right here, we have a Holland Phantoms booster box, goes for over $1,000 now. Power Keepers goes for over $700, $750. Some Neo packs, which generally sell between $20 and $30 each. Those are also very rare. But today, I wanted to talk about something different. Today, I wanted to talk about people who like to play in their homes. People who don't play competitively or don't play in the meta and don't really care what the meta decks are right now. And then, we're going to couple that with people who want to play with old cards. So first off, people who don't like to play in the meta. I am one of those people. I saw a few meta games being played. I researched how today's meta is, and it's very fast paced. It's very burn your opponent in as few turns as possible or stall for as long as possible. I personally don't like to play that way. I like a little bit more slow-paced of a game, not too slow-paced, but I like playing with the Pokemon that I like. So I coupled that with the cards that I used to have when I was younger and decided to make decks from old and new cards. So that's what I have here for you today. I'm going to show you a deck that I've made with cards from the EX era, including like Delta Species, Dragon Frontiers, Holland Phantoms, packs like that, and stuff from the newer sets, which complement these old cards and make them playable in a leisurely Saturday night setting with your friends or your loved one or anything like that. So as you all know, a deck is made up of three components: Pokemon, energy, and trainers. Generally speaking, trainers are the bulk of your deck because they allow you to search for and get things that you need as soon as possible. I personally like to have a lot of Pokemon in my deck, just because I like playing with Pokemon, as the whole point of the game to me is to have fun. So let's go over some of the Pokemon that we have in this deck, and I'll explain stuff about them and whatnot. Now, right off the bat, you could probably see that this is immediately illegal by any standards, as I have 3 gold star Pokemon in this deck, and you're only allowed 1 per deck. But the good thing is, people, is that you don't have to follow the rules when you're playing at home. So let's take a look first at Gyarados, Star from Holland Phantoms. I know you probably think I'm crazy for playing with these in these sleeves, but I like to have fun. This is what I like. Spiral Growth is a way for Gyarados to receive energy from the discard pile. And All Out Blast is an expensive attack, and it's really meant as like a last card kind of option, because you have to discard cards from the top of your deck until you only have one left. So it's like a ace in the hole if you are down to that point. And then we have Charizard Star from Dragon Frontiers, who's a Delta species Pokemon, which are like these opposite Pokemon. It's really cool. These are my favorite kind of Pokemon when they made them back in the EX Ruby and Sapphire days. Rotating Claws is a way to kind of recycle energy. Only does 20 damage. Dark Swirl, you have to discard all of the energy cards attached to Charizard, and it takes 5 to do 150, and discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. So chances are you're not going to get to use that because he has a relatively low hit point number of 90, so he'll probably be KO'd before that happens. Mewtwo Star takes several different kinds of energies to do his attacks, but energy absorption is a really good attack, which powers him up for his Psychic Star attack, which is a good attack for the time. And the rest, we have just a bunch of Delta species cards, Typhlosion evolutions. We have another Mewtwo, we have Tyranitar evolutions, Lickitung, Aerodactyl. We have a Moltres EX to mix it up with some fire. So there's no real theme to this, right? I don't have anything really in mind. I just wanted to play with Pokemon that I like, all different kinds. So you're probably saying, you need a lot of different kinds of energies to power these cards. Well, that's where the new stuff comes in. So if we're mixing those, right? So if we're mixing all of these different Pokemon, we want to have some basic energy cards, which are searchable via trainers and the Pokemon. So we've got a few dark energies and fire energies, but we also have Delta species Rainbow Energy. Counts as every kind of energy for Delta species Pokemon. So I have a lot of Delta species cards in this deck. So that's the reason for that. And then we also have Prism Energies, which work for any basic Pokemon, again, providing any kind of energy. So now we have our energy solution of a large mix of Prism Energies and Delta species Rainbow Energies, okay? So now we have that out of the way. Generally speaking, trainer cards from this era were not that good, so we did, again, a mix of new and old stuff. So we have Energy Retrieval, which gets basic energy cards from your discard pile. Interviewer's Questions, which is choosing energy from the top 8 cards of your deck. Holland Lass is you're able to look at cards from the top of your deck and take energy cards equal to the number of prize cards that you have left, and then the other stuff you have to shuffle away. Holland Fossil is to get Aerodactyl out. I took this newer rare candy and put this in here for the reason being that there's a lot of evolution Pokemon in this deck, and to get them out a little bit faster, I want to use a rare candy. Some other stuff from the era, Revive, just in case, the Pokemon that you wanted to play with is discarded or KO'd. Twins, Holland Researcher, Special Charge. Since we do have a lot of special energies for our Pokemon, we needed this card, and I only had a few of these. We needed this card to get some of these special energy cards from our discard pile. Holland Lake for our Delta species cards, Professor's Letter for more energy searching. Experience Share, so some of the energies are recycled back. A Level Ball, since a lot of Pokemon from this era are lower hit points. You're able to search out like Gyarados Star, Mewtwo Star, Charizard Star, or anything like that. Master Ball, Island Hermit. So you see, it's a really wide mix of cards in this deck. A lot of the older good cards, Pokemon cards, require a lot of energy, so that's why there's more than an average amount of energies in this deck. You have a lot of special energies, you have some basic dark and fire energies, but on the other hand, you have a lot of trainer support to get them there, a mix of old and new trainers, and for your Pokemon, you have a lot more than the normal 9 to 11 that you see in the meta play. So we kind of have an even number here across the board. I have played this with Gaming Danielle many times. I've played these kinds of decks, and they're very fun to play against each other because they're a little bit longer of a game. You're able to get out, the cards that you want to get out and play, and they also don't lag, so they're fun to play. I'll show you close up here because I know some people will be asking. These cards are in, fairly good condition. Some of them have a few issues, like this Mewtwo has a little crease, but that's why he's in a deck. You can just see the Charizard, who's actually in really, really good shape. And the Gyarados, which is also in very good shape. Very fun card to play with, using a spiral growth. And he's, that ace in the hole, where if you're about to lose the game, he will help you. So there you have it. There is one of my older decks that I've compiled with old and new cards. It's not a deck meant to be very good. I want to put that out there first. If you have any comments or questions or anything, please let me know. I also have several older decks that I'll be showing and several old cards from the Neo generation which play even slower, and I will be happy to bring those out and show you all. But for right now, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if there's anything you need from me, questions, comments, concerns, please message me, leave a comment, and please subscribe to the channel and watch our videos. As I said, once we hit 150, we'll start giveaways, and this will be the first giveaway that we do, a shiny Rayquaza. This is a pretty valuable card, and then we will also be giving away a Neo pack as well. So I'll be opening 5 and leaving 1. These are unweighted, so you might be able to pull a Ho-Oh out of that, or a Shining Gyarados, or a Shining Magikarp. Once again, thank you so much, YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment, anything you want, and we truly appreciate it.